This is from IGN on Twitter. It says, quote, "We're in 2024 now, and it's about time that we had a woman come forward to shape a story in a galaxy far, far away," said Sharmeen Obaid-Chinoy, who will direct a Star Wars film starring Daisy Ridley's Rey Skywalker. Yeah. Now, here's the thing. I don't think anyone has any ill will for female directors. I don't think so. I think we just want a good story. We don't care about your agenda. We don't care about your politics. Just make good shit. But this sounds very agenda driven. And the reason why I think so is because we officially have the anime hating person, Matt Walsh. He posted up a video earlier this week, I believe. Yeah, earlier this week, saying, here's the feminist director of the next Star Wars film saying that her goals is to make men uncomfortable. This movie is destined to be Disney's biggest flop yet. Welcome to the club. Welcome to the party, Matt Walsh.
Yeah, okay.
You are several years too late for sure.
Yeah, okay.
But he's the one who also said that anime is evil and is demonic. Yeah. But let's see what he posted. I know the audio for Twitter is usually really loud.
Yeah, I used this as a clip in one of my videos sometime last year. One of my videos. Okay, but I have more to say. I found out something about this clip. But okay, go play it first.
Okay, let's go play it first. So I believe who is that? Is that Meryl Streep?
I have no idea, but Chino is the one all the way to the left.
This one.
And,
okay.
And it's kind of awkward with what she said, and given that there's a dude at the very right. Anyway,
all right.
Yeah.
So
anyway.
Let me know how the audio is. Hopefully it's not too loud for you guys.
Yeah.
What is the balance of
is it good audio?
Activating a force for change, but also trying to permeate that patriarchy, that power structure? And is that a part of the calculation of your art as well? And what's been the reaction to that?
Oh, absolutely. I like to make men uncomfortable. I enjoy making men uncomfortable. Not you, just not you. Not you.
She's already contradicting herself, yo.
But it is important to be able to look into the eyes of a man and say, I am here, and recognize that. And recognize that I am working to bring something that makes you uncomfortable, and it should make you uncomfortable because you need to change your attitude. And it's only when you're uncomfortable, when you're shifty, when you have to have difficult conversations that you will perhaps look at yourself in the mirror and not like the reflection, and then say, maybe there is something wrong with the way I think, or maybe there is something wrong with the way I am addressing this issue.
Oh my God. Okay. So here's the thing. I only watched the part where she says, I want to make men uncomfortable. And then now I watched the entire thing. But Grae, you said that you had more context to this. So
because Critical Drinker released the video. Because in face value, this looks terrible, right? This looks extremely terrible. Because I used the video in that context too. But I found out with Critical Drinker's latest video, in her defense, this recording was not at a time when she was the director of Star Wars films. This was at the time when she was making the documentary about how Palestinian men, I think, or somewhere in the Middle East, men were violently killing women. So I think that if you put it in that context, I think it makes sense that she says it. But it's just that now that she's the director of Star Wars films and people go back to this clip not knowing that context, it doesn't look good. But I think the problem still persists, that what the objective of that documentary is, she's applying it to Star Wars, which shouldn't be the case. So the argument still stands. So everything with our concerns about why Star Wars is where it is today still stands, because the documentary, how she became popular in that documentary, she's applying it to Star Wars, which shouldn't be the case.
Oh my God. So here's the thing. Imagine if I was in an interview and I was like, hey, when I make a movie, I want to look into the girl eye and I say, I want to make women uncomfortable. I want to make sure that we show them that it is okay to make them uncomfortable because we have small pee-pee. It is okay that we take off our shirt and then look into their eye and say, you look uncomfortable. Is it my small pee-pee? See, the thing is, if I say that shit, you'll be completely canceled out of the face of the earth. It's because imagine if everything is basically the genders were reversed. What she said. It doesn't matter if this was how many years ago, right? It still stands. It's because what she said, it's so sexist. But you can't be sexist to women in this day and age. I think that they'll be like, you know, like the way she said it, oh, I want to look into the men's eyes and make them feel uncomfortable. Like you imagine, holy shit, man, that's stupid.
Yeah.
That's fucking insane that the fact that she's saying that. But you got people who are online who are like, people are having meltdowns and stuff like that. And then we got this John Roca. Do you know who John Roca is? He was from Collider.
I watched Ryan's video earlier about him. So yeah,
Okay.
I think I know which clip you're pertaining to. Okay.
So I haven't watched it yet, but I know he's a very loud man. And I used to watch Collider back in the day. And holy shit, this guy is an ultimate shill. Ultimate shill. Right? Yeah, this is so say this is from Grizzly.
That one.
Yeah, this exact one. Okay.
Yep.
Disney Star Wars shill / male feminist has a meltdown over Star Wars fans criticizing Sharmeen Obaid-Chinoy's comments about men. Go woke, go broke. #triggered. So let's see. Make sure it's not too loud. All right, because he's gonna be yelling. I'm gonna lower it just a little bit more. I remember him yelling. I saw a small clip.
I swear to God, men, reach down into your pants, find your fucking balls and your cock, and be okay with it.
Still there.
We can take a woman directing a film in Star Wars and live. We're all gonna fucking survive. I swear to God, you guys want to come off like you're tough motherfuckers, and you're a bunch of wusses. Finally, a woman gets to direct a theatrical feature in Star Wars with Rey, with other women leading the way. And there's nothing fucking wrong with that. I swear to God, men, reach down into your pants, find your fucking...
Okay, it's repeating. Okay, now here's the thing. Here, we don't have, like I said earlier, we don't have issues with female directors. Take a look at Patty Jenkins, right? That's the prime example. And when did Wonder Woman come out? 2016, 17, maybe
somewhere along there. Yeah.
Right. So this is a while ago. Almost, if you think about it, this is 8 years ago. Right. And no one said anything about her being a terrible, person or something like that. It's because Patty Jenkins never said anything about making men uncomfortable. Mm-hmm. Right. She never said anything like that. She never saying that, oh, I'm going to look into your eyes and I'm going to make sure that it's okay for you to feel uncomfortable. Right. If she says something like that, of course, we'll call her out on it. Mm-hmm. And the thing is that this piece of shit, I'm not sure how relevant is he now without Collider. I'm not sure if he's still on that show. I'm not sure that's still a thing. But who cares? We have the right to not like your shit.
Yep. Right?
As fans and as people who are, I guess, the consumers and the people who are paying for it, like we have a right to call it out. You have a right to and he has a right to call us out, to tell us to grow up or whatever, but we still have the right to do whatever we want. It's because we are ultimately the fans of whatever we're watching. Mm-hmm. So who the fuck cares about this guy? And the thing is, I guess what's it called again? There are a lot of people who are super, super, super upset about it, and especially this guy. But let's go ahead and jump over to this article right over from Bounding the Comics. Upcoming Rey solo film director Sharmeen Obaid-Chinoy says it's about time that we had a woman. So we talked about that already. And I think overall, of course, you have Kathleen Kennedy over here. Oh man, it's a crime that she cut her hair. I don't know. I don't like her hair like that. I like her hair when it's a lot longer. She's still very pretty.
I'm noticing a trend, right, in the women who portrays the girl bosses in Star Wars.
Yeah.
Sabine. They did the same with Sabine. Right.
Yeah.
She's a lot better with the long hair.
Yeah. Let's see. Yo, what's going on, Hypnotic? Hope you're doing well, man. What's up, gentlemen? Yo, Hypnotic.
hello.
Happy New Year, my dude. Happy New Year. Yeah. But yeah, like now we can be completely wrong here. She can say that we're gonna make men extremely uncomfortable, and the movie she comes out with is like the best fucking Star Wars movie since what's it called again? Revenge of the Sith or some shit like that, right? Or maybe since Rogue One or whatever, right? It could be really good. We can be wrong, but based off of Disney Star Wars track record, it's not been doing well, right? It's not doing well at all. Let's see. As noted above, too, episode Miss Marvel director's comment has come off absolutely baffling, giving the very real attention overall Star Wars franchise has given to the female perspective ever since its 2012 purchase by a House of Mouse. Following the completion of sale, Disney proceeded to promote film producer Kathleen Kennedy to president of Lucasfilm, at which time she proceeded to position the aforementioned Rey as the overpowered, poorly written protagonist of the franchise third and unfortunately canon trilogy. And of course, I'm not sure if it has the image down here. What's it called again? It doesn't. She basically has a shirt with like her and like 3 other girls saying the Force is female.
Yeah.
Right. And I believe this is I believe is this the group of for the acolytes?
Yeah, and the one in pink is like the secretary of Weinstein, right?
Yes. Holy crap, man. And it sounds so like agenda driven. Yeah. Like for me, like I do agree with Matt Walsh. Like this is gonna be probably one of the worst pieces of shit. Right. And I'm guaranteeing you they're gonna do what Disney does and bring in a bunch of cameos and a bunch of like, oh, hey, remember this character? Remember this character? Hey, remember this forgotten character? We're gonna bring this character back, right? But yeah, so I didn't care at all about anything about Ahsoka. I didn't.
It's like looks like Ahsoka's not getting a season 2 because like
it's not.
Dawson was interviewed recently in the podcast, so they asked her, so is there gonna be a season 2? And Ahsoka's just like, no. That's her response. So it's like, yeah, looks like Ahsoka's not getting a season 2.
Okay. Someone in chat says a picture with the 3 girls, Force female. One of the girls have a nice rack. I know exactly what you're talking about because that's the first thing that came into my mind when I was like, damn, she has nice boobs, right? All right. Let me share it with the classroom. I'm talking about this one, right? This one right here, the girl in the black jeans with the brown belt. I agree. All right, she has nice boobs. But the thing is that you can't let these democratic leftist titties distract you from the truth. All right, you can't let them distract you. Oh shit! But yeah, based off of what she said, I think that they're basically doomed to begin with. If she never said that, I think people will go in with an open mind. And it's like, all right, let's see what happens. Right? And of course, you're still gonna have those Raylos and the crazy people in the chat who are like, oh, I actually thought that. I'm not talking about you, chat. I'm talking about people in like their chats and stuff like that who are like, oh, I thought that the Last Jedi was the best movie ever, right? I thought that The Rise of Skywalker is super, super good. I thought that The Force Awakens. Look, The Force Awakens was actually solid. It wasn't terrible.
Yeah.
Right. But the thing is that it just got really, really bad. It disrespected the fans. And how long has Star Wars been out now? Since the fucking 70s, right? Holy shit, man. That's like 40 to 50 years worth of like content. And then you're basically disrespecting the people who paid and made this thing popular. So, but yeah, making men feel uncomfortable. Yeah, it's not a great plan, as Tony Stark would say. So, are we gonna watch it though?
It's not coming out. Silver Lining is, it's not coming out anytime soon. And given the Nelson Peltz power play, so that might change. if they if there's a major reshuffling in the executives in the board of directors.
Do you think Nelson Peltz is actually going to do something though?
I hope he musters enough shares. Like he got Isle Perlmutter, which is a major thing, and maybe he gets more. I don't know. I don't know the insider how these power plays work, but we can only hope.
Yeah. Like, here's the thing. We know that Star Wars is dead, and it's been dead for a while now. I think ever since the Last Jedi. It's been dead since then. Do we want Star Wars to come back? It's because how excited were people when Mandalorian season 1 came out?
Yeah.
Right? People loved it. Right? And season 2 was pretty good, but season 1 was like, oh shit, Star Wars is back. Star Wars is back. Rogue One was the one that was like, okay, not bad, right? This is pretty decent. And Solo, oh my god, I fell asleep twice, man. I couldn't make it do that. I couldn't slog through that shit. Holy fuck. But yeah, like there was hit or misses, and then in the Mandalorian season 3 just fucked everything over. Ahsoka was super fucking bad. What was it called again? Obi-Wan was not. I heard a Book of Boba Fett wasn't good either. Obi-Wan wasn't good, and then Andor was. No one watched it, even though it was okay.
Solid. Yeah. It was
actually, I enjoyed Solo. See, the thing is that it's not bad, but it was slow on some parts for me. That's the reason why I fell asleep. But I don't know. Like I don't like how he got his name. That's the only thing. I don't like how he got his name. Did you watch Solo?
Yeah, I heard it was lame how he got the Solo name.
Yeah, he's basically saying, "What's your name?" Han. What's your last name? He's like, I don't have one. He's like, you're by yourself, right? Solo. What the fuck? What the actual fuck, man? Like, that's how one of the most badass, like, fucking it was bad. It was bad.
Yeah.
But the thing is that is it as bad as what we're seeing now? You know?
Nah, not even close. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like if I were to start Star Wars again, what I would do is I think I would make Star Wars an anime and trust it to a Japanese studio, because at least they would respect the source material, right?
Oh yeah.
I think that's how I would do it. That's how I would revive Star Wars again. Then from there, I'll build a story that's more either TV show or a movie. I think that's how I would do it.
Yeah. Unfortunately, like I think in order, like I said, we talked about this at length already. In order for them to save Star Wars, they need to completely not reboot it, but just start from a whole different set of characters. Stop relying on the old characters that you believed in. You can sort of talk about them. This could be like maybe distant future. And then we talked about like, oh, there's this book of the Jedi that talked about Yoda. And it's like, you can mention something like that for Easter eggs. But other than that, like you have to remove yourself from the whole Star Wars, the Skywalker saga, the whole Skywalker stuff. Like you're basically handcuffed to that stories because you have to sort of make it make sense.
Yeah.
So, but if they do prequels, it won't, like, it has to make sense to the sequels. So it's like it's sort of like how are you going to do it? So it's going to be hard.
Yeah. It's like, I kind of like how Star Ocean does it. Like per sequel, they don't rely on what happened previously, but they do mention them from time to time if it's appropriate. Like, oh, my grandfather used to say this. That's when they insert the nice Easter egg, but it's not integral to knowing the game, this iteration of Star Ocean on its own. Like each save the fifth one. Each Star Ocean is really good, and they stand on their own. You don't need to play the prior games or have knowledge of the prior games. You just experience the game on itself, and it's the whole deal. You get to experience the story in its entirety from beginning till end. No sequel baiting, no cliffhanger, and that's it. That's what Star Wars needs right now.
Thanks for checking out this segment of the Project Eggroll podcast. If you like what we do here, please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell and you will know next time when we go live. We do go live every Saturday at 8 p.m. Once again, we are just getting started. Tons of more video to come. Thanks, and we'll see you guys next time.